Hello, everybody in the line dance world. This is Mr. Charles, episode 211. I know my co host is somewhere. I'll pick a city, any city. I don't know where he's at. Either one of these cities. He's everywhere. So hopefully he'll pop in today. I know he said was going to be pushing it. I know it was his birthday the other day. So if he comes on, we're going to sing happy birthday to him. And his son's birthday, my daughter's birthday. So August, a lot of stuff was happening in July. So anyway, we are back. I hope everybody's on YouTube and Facebook. Again, we have episode 211. That is great. If I look tired, I am. I've been kind of not sick, but just kind of tired. Too much lifting weights. But anyway, with no further ado, until callers get on here, I'm going to introduce y'all to our wonderful, wonderful line dance guest that's on today. It's a couple, and I love it. I love a couple. I love it when it's a couple. I'm telling you right now. Where my baby at? Anyway, we have Douglas Hawkins, X-Man. I like the X-Man part. And Vicky told me what to call her, but I forgot. So when I get on here, she's going to have to tell me again.
Hey, well, they call me Spin.
They call her Spin.
Spin. Okay. I forgot just that fast, y'all. I'm so sorry. So how's everybody doing today?
We're good.
We're good.
Good.
We're
Oh.
Very good. Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. What you said? You guys are in Florida, right?
Correct.
Yes, we're in Jacksonville. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No, not that storm. None of that stuff is by y'all. Or I know there was
No.
some kind of tropical stuff. That's
No. The only thing we're suffering through is the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you 99. And just make it 100, okay?
Well, we got you by 5. It was 104 on our
Dang.
car thermometer today.
Yeah.
Wow, what is going on?
Yeah, 104, 105. Yeah,
Melt off your eyelashes.
literally.
I was in Phoenix. I visited my brother in Phoenix, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's already 92 in the morning.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, wow, you have to run to take the trash out, run to get it back in. And
Can't
so
walk
I,
out there, but
Take that
I
trash
was
out at
just-
midnight.
I was with this one lady, and we was going to visit her family, and they said, "Well, because I play basketball." They said, "Yeah, Charles, they playing basketball, and they want you to meet them there." I said, "What time?" They said 12. I said, "I ain't going to play no basketball. No, 12 o'clock." They said, "No, it's 12 midnight."
See?
Oh.
See?
Lights on. I was like, one of my better games. The lights on. That's okay. That makes sense. So, anyway, this is about YouTube. So, without any further ado, please tell the world. And of course, y'all know the chat's out there. Hopefully, all you people chat. So, Mel will be the first one in here. Hello, Mel. And say something. We always saw that we don't know if you're watching, if you don't at least say hi. And that goes for them too. You know, they would love to see who's out here. Oh,
Yeah.
there's your sister. These sisters out there already.
Yeah, I see. Ain't that?
Come on. See, I remember, I'm going to tell you a story about your sister. The last cruise we went on, we were in Atlanta airport. And she saw me in the net and she just started hollering. Ah! I didn't know what and we got over there, and that's the first time I seen Glue. Okay, and we was doing Glue and everything else. Everybody's walking around and looking at us and stuff, and she has that energy and excitement that I just love. I do. That's what this whole line dance comes about. So, all right. So go ahead, either one of y'all, ladies first. Just tell me how you got started, where you from. Hey, it's about you. You take your time.
Okay, so my name is Vicky Zachary, aka Spin. I'm from North Chicago, Illinois. It's a suburb outside of Chicago. And I started line dancing, I think it was around 2009, 2010. My sister Deborah came to visit from Maryland because she lives in Maryland. And she took me to a line dance class in my hometown and where I live.
You didn't even know.
Crazy. So crazy. Well, she took me to class and I loved it. And then the instructor was relocating, so she asked me to take over the class relatively quickly. So that happened. I became an instructor like almost instantaneously. And so I just began to learn the whole line dancing. Then I wanted to travel. I started going out to Chicago to visit some of the people in Chicago. I don't want to name them because I might forget somebody.
Yeah, just say them all. I do the same thing. All y'all.
All of the beautiful line dancers in Chicago. They're so great. They helped me cut my line dance teeth, as my husband always says. And so then from there, I just wanted to travel. So I started traveling. And then circumstances happened and ended up transferring to Jacksonville, Florida. That I love it. I love it. And so I started dancing with line dance groups here in Jacksonville. Pepper Steppers was the first. And then that's where I met Rara.
Yeah, that's the girl.
And then Rara formed her own group, GLD. So I started dancing with them. And then when I met my husband, actually Douglas and I met like 12 years ago. We popped up in the same pictures from years ago at the UC Star Wars and videos. It's just crazy, blows our mind, it makes us laugh.
Yep.
I think God really has a sense of humor. But once we got together and got married, I joined Step for Step. So that's kind of where I am. I don't call myself a choreographer. I really don't. But I have been fortunate enough to,
We'll call it to you for you. That's all right. We got you.
One thing that really took me by surprise was the S for S, Everlasting
Love.
Yeah, that one took me by surprise. I made that dance up, I think, at my desk.
Yeah, see, you never know. Yeah, we have Bernadette Burnett on here.
And that's popular, so
I told her, and people like that. Like we had Bernadette Burnett. I said she has to make up dance in her sleep.
Yeah.
From the one elevator floor to the next, and it's like,
I think that's where she made one of her dances that it was real popular.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. What you just hit on about how you was just saying about a meeting. You said that y'all met. I was trying to think about what did you just say when you said it, that y'all? Oh, okay, you was together a long time ago. Me and my wife, we were dating.
It was like in passing.
Right. Yeah. Well, we went to school, not together. She graduated in 76. I graduated in 74 from the same high school. But she was at our 20th graduation. I didn't know her now. She was at our 20th graduation. And even at the same table, we happened to get I think it was DVD at that time. I don't think it was DVD, a cassette or something like that. We had a cassette and the guy was showing it to us. And I saw this guy, he was touching. Look at, he's got his hands on her behind. It was my wife. It was her husband. And we laugh about it, man. Because I knew her sister, went to school with her sister, but ironically, we was at the same table, and 27 years later, bam.
That's something.
Wow.
That's kind of how I feel. Kind of.
Hey, Miss Renee.
Yeah.
But now S4S for lifey. Okay.
That Chloe. Hi, Chloe.
But I do want to say that I am a Christian. I'm a God-fearing Jesus follower. That I'm a Jesus follower. That line dancer. I'm not a line dancer. That's Christian. My faith comes before everything.
Amen.
And so I just want to put that out there. I told God that if He ever brings me, because the Bible says your gift will make room for you and bring you in front of great men. So I always want to say, when I get there, I'm always going to give Him the glory. So.
Why you think you got the X-Man over there? He was listening to you.
Absolutely.
It's been a blessing since I got there.
We talk about that. When you have, oh my God, when you had that too, it is something. It is something. So, but tell me about because you sent me your bio. Tell me something about that stuff you sent me in the bio.
My bio or hers?
No, actually, Vicky, when she said,
I kind of went over everything, like from the start to kind of where I am now. I love line dancing, and it's just opened a lot of doors for me. And of course, this was the blessing, like the cherry on top of the cake right here. I can't start because he'll start crying.
Yeah, I'm getting sensitive in my old age.
we were crying last week. Me and Carlos both had our shades on. It was so simple. They see me cry. You don't know what I'm doing.
Excuse me, I have to sneeze. All right, yeah.
All right. My father said, "You ain't human if you don't cry." Okay, you got
Yeah,
a human
yeah,
thing. Okay, seriously,
Yeah.
absolutely.
that
Yep.
is great. That is great. All right, X Man.
Mine probably goes back a little further. I actually go back to 99, 2000 when I
Back
started line dancing.
way
And
back.
I actually came upon it by accident. I was actually on sabbatical from running because I'm a marathon runner.
Oh wow.
And at the time, I was running in the cold and caught a cold in my chest. And my doctor put me on sabbatical, no running for 2 weeks. And because you run, as an avid runner, somebody tells you can't do something that you love to do,
Man,
you just like
please,
freak out. So a
please.
friend of mine from college and I were talking on the phone, and I was living in South Jersey at the time, and she invited me to a line dance class in Pennsauken, which is where I met, Kenny J. And that was the first class I went to, and that was in 2000, and started going to his classes. And I knew nothing about line dancing at that time. I'm thinking electric slide and Cupid shuffle and all that kind of stuff,
Yep.
back then.
Yep.
Because that's really all that was out, So when I went to his class, and the very first line dance I learned was Metamorphosis.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Everybody know
You
the
big
memo.
dummy.
Big dummy.
You big dummy. That was the first line dance I learned. And from that, to me, it was like a drug after that. I performed with Kenny. I, went to his classes. I mean, religiously.
That's why I
And
probably saw you because he was one of the first ones that I saw.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
And
line dance.
yep, absolutely. And then through a couple of years, and then I started going to where Bernadette was at Club Temptation with DJ Butch, God rest his soul. Was going to a lot of places in Philly. I started going to, before there was We Dancing over here, there was the Parkside Experience with Chris Blues.
Yeah.
So I started going there. And then also at the same time, in Jersey, I was also going to Naja Riker's class. And so I started teaching with her. Kenny had me go teach at one of his events that he was supposed to go to that he couldn't make. So I ended up going and teaching because he said I was catching on so quickly. Yes. And so I went to go teach, at one of his things. And then my first time teaching was actually in Brooklyn before I started teaching in Jersey. And so, that came about. And then I started teaching with Naja. And then her and I were doing classes together. And then an opportunity came to form Step for Step with 3 other people. And Step for Step was founded in 2012. And we've been going strong since then. After that, I started teaching practically all over the state of New Jersey at the time. And then fraternity brother 9, whose name is Douglas Colon, he runs a company called Dance and Doug Travel out of Atlanta. And in 2011, he asked me to come teach his folk. I'm thinking of going to Atlanta, to go teach because he's in Atlanta. He's like, no, I want you to teach my people in Mexico. Never been to Mexico.
Didn't have a passport.
Didn't have a passport. The only other country I've been to was Canada because I drove to Canada to Toronto years before. That was a 10-hour drive. But other than that, at that time, you didn't need a passport to go to Canada. But you needed one to go to Mexico. So I had to run down to Philly, get a same-day passport, and I got it the day before we were supposed to leave. And up until just this year, I've been his primary line dance instructor, and I've been trips all over the Caribbean. So I'm actually an international line dance instructor.
Yeah, and make sure you put that on your stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got certified with ICLDI in 2013.
I got certified in 2018.
And she was 2018. She got certified and was teaching, 3-4 classes a week in Jersey. Step for Step was really going strong. But things were getting crazy in Jersey for me personally. When you get complacent, things happen. And things were happening. And I met her in the midst of all that stuff that was going on. And he saw, I'm just trying to stop. She saw in me past what I was going through.
Yeah.
And so when I had a decision whether to stay in Jersey or to actually leave and come down here to Jacksonville. See, I'm old school, where I'm raised in a generation that you don't go anywhere unless you have a job.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to move down here without having a job. And I told her that. And I had applied to companies all down here while still in Jersey. And, we talked about it, we prayed about it. And she said, just get down here and God will get you the job.
Amen.
So I packed up everything I had in Jersey, put some stuff in storage, and she flew up from Jacksonville. And we drove, this is the funniest thing. I had a 2011 Kia Sorento with over 260,000 miles on it. Yeah, we actually drove that car from New York, because I went to go see my mom, from New York to Jacksonville, 14 hours. She prayed because that car was being held together with prayer and duct tape.
It's to be, man. It's to be. He has you.
But it got us down here.
Mhm.
And within 2 weeks of me being here, I had 2 job interviews and got hired by, and this is how God works.
Mhm.
When you put your life in God's hands, He will do things supernaturally. So
Amen.
not only am I working for a hospital in Florida, I'm working for the hospital. Mayo Clinic is one of the top hospitals, not only in the nation, but in the world.
Yeah.
People come to Mayo to come and get
Oh,
things
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
And that's where I work now at Mayo Clinic.
I was going to ask you that. I knew already, but I was going to have you tell everybody where you worked at. I know.
Yep, I work at Mayo Clinic. Been there. I'll be 2 years in January. I got that job. I got here December 3rd, 2024. 2023. I got hired January 2024. We got married February 2024. And it's been going.
God's been waiting on you, man. God was waiting on you. God was waiting.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
God was waiting for me to get here. He had to pull me out of my comfort zone, and He made it uncomfortable where I was. So He made me move because I've been so complacent, and just sitting in where I was. And He was like, no, I can't do what I need to do with you if you stay where you are. So I got to move you, and I'm going to make you move because you won't move on your own. And so here I am, and here we are now, gone from 1 class to 5 classes we have now.
Yeah, so this is the thing. When he moved here, he was teaching, I don't know how many classes, 4 or 5 classes a week. And he told me, he said, okay, when I get there, I'm not going to teach any more than 2 classes a week. That's it. That's enough. How many classes we teach? 4 or 5. Yeah.
4 or 5. But here's the difference. The difference is I'm not doing it by myself now.
There you go. It helps, doesn't it?
Now we're doing this together. And although I may be on the payroll or whatever on the classes that we have, it's us. Yeah. It's always us. And that is how we've been blessed. It's not just me being blessed, it's us being blessed. And that is the most amazing thing. 3 years ago, I would have never thought I'll be in this position because I didn't know her. She did. We met twice. Once in 2012, we were in a photo together at UC Star Awards. Mm-hmm. And then in 2016, 17, there's a video. She was dancing, and I'm walking past her in the video.
Crazy.
You wasn't. He didn't.
Wasn't thinking about one another.
Wasn't thinking about one another. Nope.
You had to just wait. Like I told y'all.
Yeah, you're always sweating all the time and changing T-shirts every night.
Never already know how I feel about sweat. Yeah.
I said every time I see X-Men, he's sweating. I don't know. He's sweating.
Listen, Chris Clues called me the original Glow because I sweat so much. He calls me the Bruce Leroy of line dancing because I changed at least 3 shirts. And that's why when we always have shirts, when we buy shirts for the group, I was always buying 2 or 3 because I know I'm going to sweat through at least 2 of them before the night is out.
Like my wife. Yeah,
I don't sweat that much now. I think my sweat is coming.
We're going to real quick say Kenneth Waters. He says, like the pillow picture. He likes
my sister Deborah gave that to me for my birthday.
Yep.
Yeah.
I told him that bed is a pretty big bed. That's all I know. Walter Davis. One of my best friends, Walter from Denver, says hello. Teresa to Tamina. She's such a good friend. I can't say her name right. She's down here. She was on last week. She's down here in Gaffney. She was on the episode last week. What's up, newlyweds? Congratulations. God absolutely love you. She's a preacher too, y'all. So,
praise the Lord.
Okay, well.
Doing it. And her husband.
Well.
And her husband.
Hey,
Avis. But you said something, man, about something about, it might have been you, Vicky, about meeting people. That's one thing that line dancing does. I mean, I was dancing for 8 years before I met Annette. I wasn't thinking about you kind of in a way, but it's like, oh, I'm really there to dance and party. You don't know how things. Now I think about it, if it wasn't for that line dancing, I might not ever met her. We might never got together. You can't say for sure,
Right.
but it was because of line dance. I went to a line dance class, and then I messed up the next day and called her. I called her the next day. I had a phone. I was excited, and I said, "Man, I speak to Anita."
Oh boy.
I had the A in the end right. Okay, I was. And so she says, "No,
You want
Anita."
10 ain't bad, right?
And we laughed about it. I thank God she didn't hang up because some people said, "Boy, you can't get my name right right off the bat." So
Yeah.
like you said, it was meant to be. We talked for like hours and hours that night. And next day went to a party. Because one thing I never forget, she told me, she said, "I don't look like no line dance instructor." So I okay. I don't know how we look. But I've been teaching for like 8 years. So, but she still teaches me right now. I say, "I don't look like no line dance instructor." But the fact of getting out, meeting people, that's why I'm so, I can't wait till we talk about the cruise. All the people that you just get to know and see and be around. And that's what I'm doing here in Spartanburg, trying to uplift them because they don't know none of this. They don't. Tamina said she only knew 3 dances. I think like the electric slide. The electric slide is the dance here, y'all. I'm just letting you know right now. Do it to Tamia. I don't want to do electric slide, but they do it to Tamia. I'm like, okay, I'm not Tamia, but before I let go. And they'll run you off the floor. I like, okay, I told my wife, what did you take me?
Right. I got to do
and they thought that Tamia was done yesterday. Okay, it was brand new, but that's because no one told them. And so no one like us was here. And Rondi told me, he said, because Rondi's 35 minutes away, 30 minutes away down in Greenville.
Oh,
and Ricky,
cool. Okay.
Hour way up. And so he said, man, Mr. Charles, you got dropped into a gold mine if the people, once they catch on. But I'm uplifting what Obama said, I'll reach my hand out, but you got to unball your fist. Because some of them think I'm not a threat. The word was out. That's my last dance class last month because they don't really, I feel like, I don't know. I'm not saying they don't want me. It's just that there's like, you're not from here. I put it to you like that. I'm not from here. And I get here and then I go on the TV and I got here ready to get in the back of the class because everybody was laughing at. I said I was retired, but I was retiring from, like you just said, X-Men. You get tired. You've been dancing for a long time. We all retired.
You want to be in the background.
Yeah.
And how
they don't let you like the mob. They pull you back.
Yeah.
We ain't doing no desk work either. We are not doing no desk work. We are dancing. We are active all through your class. You talking about 5 days a week. I did 2, maybe 3, but it was 3 hours. 3 hours a day. 3 hours. Didn't miss hardly no days. No, wasn't sick. Was looking forward to it because I know that was that commitment. This is when we were in Denver. My commitment to be there. And I come out here and it's been 3 years. I'm trying to give it a chance, relax, see what happens. And
it's timing.
And God let me know. We want to travel though. We went and surprised Ricky Potts. I love that surprise. That's why I love to see when Carlos and Teresa do it and Short Girl Gerard because they was Rondi came down here and surprised me. And the surprise on him because I didn't have a class that day. He was like, "Where you at?" I said, "I'm at home." He said, "Somebody surprise you." Surprise. Okay. But the fact that he came up here and we go to his events and parties and all that stuff, which is great.
Well, important thing to do if you like to travel is make sure you have a substitute and don't cancel your classes because that's a kind of like a no-no. And once, the students are used to not showing up, then they kind of drop off. So that would be our only advice. I think when my husband was on with Marquise, he said the same thing. Do not cancel your class. Get a substitute.
Right.
So what we like to do is we notice the potential of students. And if they look like they want to teach, then we try to encourage them to be like the next instructor.
Right.
So, we're always reaching back,
I cancel all my classes. I'm not dancing. I'm not teaching anymore.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm doing events. I'm going to people's classes. I'm doing events. People hire me, but a constant weekly thing because it's been 18 years for me. And
Okay.
it's
Okay.
kind of like, okay.
Understood.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, you got to
Mhm.
respect them because you will lose them. But I
You
just had
lose
that
them.
feeling. You know how you just like, excuse me, you get kind of like, okay, get up because you know we have to get up. We got to learn to dance. We got to learn a certain way. You got students that learn this way. You got fast ones. You know,
Mhm.
the ones that I call them the bougie crowd. You know, hey, we gonna do that simple dance, and then I got the simple one. We can't. So I say it all the time. I told Queen we practice every month.
Right.
we,
I
we
wish,
gotta take
man.
Ray too cool. Says hats off to the
Anyway.
Hey,
X-Men.
Ray from Cali. Oh, they love to dance. He loves to dance.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna.
thank you.
Thank you.
I was trying to get it y'all to play it, but
Should we tell them what actually got us together?
no, I was coming there. You go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Glad you said that.
Oh, wait, I gotta get something. Hold on.
Oh,
Wait.
I know what you're talking
Wait,
about.
I gotta get something.
We got
I don't
props.
know why that wasn't even in here in the first
I don't
place.
know.
What we got going on? He got props. He went out the
He got
door.
props. This was even in our wedding.
Where y'all get married at?
We got married in my
In the
backyard,
backyard.
All right. Okay.
right around the pool.
And it was because of this. You see this?
Yeah, the weight.
This is what got us. Go ahead, baby.
So I was scrolling through my Facebook one day, and I seen a picture of him with this pink weight, and I was like, "Pink weights." I was being, trying to be funny. What you doing like with a pink weight? You couldn't find a gray one.
They were.
I ain't never seen one.
On sale at Marshalls, and this is what they had, so I bought it.
It's still the same weight, right? Just color.
Yep. And so he said to me in my DM, he said, asked me if I was a cancer survivor, and I told him no. And then it just went from there. Kept DMing me, and here we are.
Well, you
today.
said,
Yeah.
well, you
and
called
they were in our
him?
wedding.
I mean, what happened? You called, he's in New Jersey and you in Florida. Y'all called each other or something? How'd that work?
Well,
Yep.
we did Messenger.
Yeah.
Okay, instant message.
Messenger.
Okay,
Yeah.
messenger.
It was basically when I would come visit here, she would come visit there. But in between those visitations, we were on Messenger a lot.
And let me tell you what he did that was so smart and it built up my trust because I got trust issues. He always video called. He never called, it never was an audio. It was always video.
You
So I
want
could
to see?
see.
You can see it.
I didn't. That wasn't even I never even thought about that. But that was all him.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that transparency about him,
Mm-hmm.
and it gave me such a comfort. Like, okay, I can really trust this man. He's not trying to hide anything from me,
That shit our
even
age.
in the bathroom.
In the bathroom, and when I was on the floor and I was working at Amazon, I'll bring on the floor with me at Amazon. I was working at the Amazon warehouse till midnight or 1:00 in the morning. I would be on the phone with her if I had a break, or if I was unloading the truck. I'll be in the trailer, and she would be on the phone while I'm unloading boxes off the trailer. So it was just something. Yeah, it was just
something was there.
Yeah, that had to be the Lord doing that because God knows my insecurities and it built it up.
He knew that pink weight would get you. That pink weight.
They got me too.
And like you said, if you see our wedding photos, these are actually in our wedding photos.
I know that's right. That's part of it. What year was that?
That we met?
Uh-huh.
Right.
When you talk about all this happened with the weights and stuff.
That was February 2023.
Was it 2023?
Yeah.
Yep, it was 2023.
And here's the other thing that's right, because what happened was I got hired to teach at a church event in Atlanta, right outside Atlanta. I can't remember the name, but a friend of mine from college is a pastor, and he's a pastor outside of Atlanta. So he invited me to teach they had a church event, and so he invited me to teach there. Mm-hmm. She drove up from Jacksonville with her daughter 5 hours to Mabry, Georgia, to support me while I was teaching there. And when she did that, her and her daughter drove up to support me, and that just kind of really just set the whole thing up.
Yeah.
That just set the
Yeah.
whole thing on fire after that. Because who
That's
would
saying
drive 5 hours? Somebody you just really don't know outside of video call, and that was really our first time really meeting in person. Because the other instances, it was just passing by or just happened to be in a particular photo together.
right.
So when someone steps out on faith, that's been a whole faith thing for us,
Yeah.
really, because she stepped out on faith to drive 5 hours to come to Georgia to help support me in my teaching. I stepped out on faith with her to drive 14 hours from New York, New Jersey down here, with no job.
Yeah,
And so, that's just really trusting
yeah.
in God for everything.
Y'all supposed to be
You trusted
together.
me a little bit too.
I trusted her too.
You put down that 5 hours with trust issues. Now think about that. With
Yeah.
trust
Yeah.
issues, you still
Yeah.
put all that aside for faith to
Yeah.
get over there to you. And look what happens. Look at look at the reward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I understand. I told you when, like I said, with me and my wife, when we were together for 10 years first, and then the COVID hit, and we both caught it. Everybody had to try. This was like in 20. So everybody, for Christmas, we had it for Christmas and everything. So I got to thinking, COVID really liked minorities and seniors, and we were both okay. That's like, you don't know how long you have. I remember Stuart Scott said one time, life is short, but it's the longest thing we do. So everything else is shorter. And we got to get out there and do that, because I had my proposal on video. She was in her pajamas, and she had no idea. Video pictures, and she didn't say nothing because she was crying. Y'all ain't gonna see this video. Okay, ain't nobody gonna see because she shocked. We've been together all that time, and I'm really happy because we got married, and I know everybody know about our wedding in New Orleans.
Yeah.
We got married in July. We got married. I told everybody I'm the only guy I know got married twice in 1 week. At least did the ceremony twice 1 week, because we actually got in Denver, because they said when you go down to New Orleans for the convention that you have to find people and you got to be there for 48, citizenship. It was crazy. We said, you know what? We'll do that, and we'll do the ceremony, the second line, which our daughter did for us. And so we had to get the rings back. It was kind of funny. We both got the rings back, and then we did it again and stuff. But we did that, and then the next month was the cruise. Then the next month we moved, and you talking about Iceman about moving, man. Me and my brother pulled the U-Haul and pulled the car from Denver to Spartanburg, and oh man. And I remember my wife was saying, "I said, what's wrong?" She said, "I just want to get in my bed and all this over with."
How long of the drive was that?
Well, we stopped in, I think, close to St. Louis, one of them towns, and spent the night. But it was like a day and a half for sure, a whole day and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was a lot of gas in that truck, and pulling the car was even more so. But that little GPS guy, I call her Mabel. Mabel was able.
Mabel.
Got all the way out, and I never heard of Spartanburg a day in my life, ever. Now you got Lynn Randall, say hi, Doug and Vicky.
Hi.
And,
Hey, man.
Walter says Douglas took the weights off
Took the
Vicky's
weight off of your
I like
shoulder.
that. I like that. Okay. I got I remember my class, I was calling nobody knew Annette's name for a long time, because I always say baby. I didn't hit me. Hey baby. Hey baby, hey baby. They said, who's baby? Okay. It's my baby right there. So before we go to our station identification, because we gotta definitely get to that. Tell me, both of y'all, something that no one knows, nothing really secret, but someone wouldn't expect that know you that didn't know. If that makes sense. Like for instance, I say like Shawanda says she plays 3 different instruments. I think Jay as a truck driver. So what is it that people don't know about you?
I don't know if people know what I do for a living.
I don't think they do.
I don't.
So I work for a builder, one of the largest builders in the nation. I am the senior escrow officer for DHI Title.
Wow.
And I buy their spot lots, the lots that they're going to buy to build on.
Right.
So me and my team, I lead the team, and we yeah, that's what we do. We close them. D.R. Horton purchases the lots, and we facilitate the closing. So
How long you been there?
it'll be 5 years this year, and I've been in this um, field since 2002.
Okay.
I
Wow,
worked
that's been a while.
for 18 years. So yeah, long time.
And I do apologize for not calling you Spin. I just saw Mel Jackson say Spin. I had to work on that.
Yeah, work on that.
I get it, right? All right, Spin. What about you, my man?
Probably two things for me. One, I'm a great lover of classical music.
Oh no, that's right.
Beethoven, Tchaikovsky,
Oh, don't
Brahms.
even start. Tupac. Oh man, don't even start.
Nah, man, nah.
Okay. Oh yeah,
I have been a classical music lover for at
So-
least the last 20 to 25 years.
Wow.
I have yet to go to a classical music concert, although we did go to the Star Wars concert.
We did.
I'm her biggest nerd. I love science fiction. I love Japanese anime. I have been a fan. Matter of fact, we were just watching Speed Racer right before we came on here.
Hey.
From the 60s.
From the 60s, from
If anybody remembers
1967.
And we found out they only had one season.
Yeah, only one season.
53
Really
episodes.
good season. I know that animated Japanese because they be wild, man. They be
Yeah, some of them, they're definitely not for children.
No.
And even some of the ones I watch, I have to kind of cringe a bit, but I'm a big Japanese anime fan.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I was asked to ask Vicky Spin Vicky. Your sister said, "How did you get that name?"
For the spin, because I like to spin. I do. Not as much as Deborah Spin Mo, hence her name Spin
Yeah, she's
Mo than me. So yeah, I do. I like to, add some spins in when I can. When my knees not hurting.
Hey, they start dropping off. Almost everybody I know just about have knee replacement, arm replacement. I tell half the people, we watch Steve Austin, $6 Million Man. That is real. I'm telling you, we got. I was calling it the Walk It Wounded. What Walter had out there? My
Right.
class was like coming in like they was at with the
I
war.
know. I feel like a 10 woman.
Most, our class was mostly our age, and we're in our 60s and stuff. But back then,
Mhm.
most of us was like at that age that we were at, and just like you said,
Yeah.
life takes a toll.
I know we're in our 60s, but Douglas is like a freaking 30-year-old. Ain't nothing hurt. Got good knees, good arms. I mean, I'm like,
He be moving. You got to give him that. He be moving, and why not? though? Why not? You got it. Because once you can't, no more.
yeah, I know. I'm over here like past the been gay, and he just doing everything.
And we just be looking. Sometimes the young people, they be tired. What?
Yeah,
What?
like you're 30. Why you tired?
I had to walk across the street.
I really do have mutant genes, I guess. I don't know.
Now, you just hit on something about children. How many children you have?
I have two. I have a son and a daughter. My daughter lives in Houston, and my son lives here in Jacksonville. And then I have 5 grandchildren.
Okay.
And I have 4, 1 girl, 3 boys. They're all in Jersey. I got to count now, 11 grandchildren. 2 are no longer with us. And I have 1 great granddaughter in Rochester, New York.
Oh, okay. Family. What about your family? What about your brothers and sisters? How many were they of you?
I have a sister who lives in Georgia. She's 4 years younger than me. My mom is in Staten Island, New York. She's in the facility up there. We were thinking about trying to get her to come down here, but she hates the heat. So she said she's not coming. She's gonna stay right. She said she's gonna stay right there where she is.
Yeah, and I both my parents are now deceased, but they had 9 children.
Mm-hmm.
Deborah is the oldest, not the youngest. She ain't younger than me. I'm tired of people asking me that. She's the oldest of the 9 of us.
Oh Lord!
And I'm number 6. So yeah, and then I have 4 brothers that are deceased, and my parents had 4 boys and 5 girls. So all of my sisters are living, thank God.
We are a family of 10 actually, but 8 children. You know, I gotta. You're talking about something people don't know about me is, of course, my name is Charles. My father's Charles Senior. I'm Charles Jr. I got a brother named Charles Blaine, and then I got a
Oh,
sister named Charlene. Yeah, it's buggy. Okay, don't even get me started.
Like George Foreman.
You said Charlene?
Charlene, yeah,
That's my daughter's name.
it's really Charlene.
Uh-huh.
It was Charlene, but she said that Charlene sounded ghetto country. I mean, so she officially changed it to Charlene, but she was born in 1953 in Mississippi. Wake up, you country!
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
But it was crazy because you yell out the name Charles and all three of us be wow. You know, it's you know, and back then
Charles and all y'all turn around.
Yeah, you know,
Like George Foreman and his kids.
and he's only 10 years older than us, so we was doing that. My father, you know, he was able to name the boys and stuff. I mean, I got 5 younger brothers. The 2 twins, 5 younger brothers are under me, so I was never able to keep nothing. Okay,
Yeah.
you know how that works. Yeah, all them happy
Mhm.
like that. So, but question for both of y'all: what made you get into line dancing? What? And then I'll take a break after that.
Okay. So for me, you know, because my husband loves to talk, so I always have. I need to go first if I want to get a word in edgewise. There's no shortage of talking between us, though. To be honest. So, like I mentioned before, Deborah came to town to visit, and she took me to a line dance class, and that was it for me. What really did it though? So I like line dancing, but you know, I could have. It was, you know. I could have done away with it. But what really sealed the deal for me was Kenny J doing Go Hard or Go Home. When I seen that video, I was hooked. I was like, I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, my class looked at me like I was crazy. But you got
that Go Hard or Go Home video. Oh man, that's one of the best.
Hey y'all, I have to tell y'all something real. I have to tell you something real quick. I just got a text from Carlos, and he was like, first of all, he said, "Oh snap! I forgot I was 3 hours back." Then he started LOL. So I don't know if he's going. Obviously, here in California, somewhere out that way. So I don't know if he's gonna get on or not. But other time he's in Memphis, hour back, time zone. Why can't we just have the same time? But so that's what got you going. What kept you going?
What got me, Kenny J.
Meeting the people and doing it, and see Kenny G was the first one I saw, and I always remember he had this big smile on his face while he was dancing.
Always.
Yep.
I can't smile like that when I dance. Rara does that too. She be.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no.
Girl, please.
Get the happy smile, okay? And he was
happy smile. She has a happy smile.
And then, of course, I started getting into JJ them, and then I went to with Chris Blues. But what's the other guy named Hakeem or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that started with Chris Hassan.
Yeah. And I was looking at a lot of that stuff, but like you said, sometimes you got to think about your class. Like, they're gonna do that? Yeah.
Don't go over.
You know, and the guys went, y'all fade to black again. But go ahead, X-Man.
I know, sorry.
Yeah, they got some kind of clap on it.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't. God, I don't know.
No,
look like I better.
Might be able to open the curtains again.
Yeah, might be.
Okay, but it's your turn though, babe.
Oh, for me, like I said earlier, was and still a runner. And I was going on sabbatical by my doctor because I went and did a run and I caught a cold. And unlike other patients, I still kept running in the cold. And what happened was I healed a bit, but then the cold got in my chest.
Oh, wow.
I guess I was on borderline pneumonia. So she told me strictly no running until your chest heals. And then a friend of mine from college told me about line dancing when I was living in South Jersey. And that's when I first went to Kenny's class in 2000 and learned metamorphosis. And it took off from there. But like she said, when she had a moment when she knew she was hooked, my moment was when I went to United We Dance.
Mm.
And I forget what town it was because they always moved it around in the Midwest, you know, from Indy to Cleveland to Detroit or whatever. And I actually forget which one it was in, but it was the one they had 2 floors for dancing. And I was up on the balcony on the 2nd floor or something, and I was looking down. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what song came on. But one song came on, and all these people like rushed to the dance floor.
Yes.
But the difference was they were doing 4 different dances.
Oh, remember the day? Remember the day?
I wish I could remember, but when I saw that, because see, when you live in the New York City area, New York City is all about clubbing and partying and the clubs and all that. You step on somebody's foot, they're ready to shoot you. So, you know, line dancing was nothing like that. So when I saw that, and I saw 4 different groups of folk doing 4 different dances to the same song, nobody fighting, nobody pushing, nobody shoving, nobody screaming, nobody getting in their feelings.
It's going to your line.
Yeah, that's when I knew. Yeah.
When I was talking about remember the day, I'm talking about that. I remember the time because when I first went to Vegas in 2014, I remember Elaine. She was like, "All right, Errol, we're getting ready to split the floor," because you knew what dances was going to split the floor, and everybody did their thing, and nobody was mad at nobody. And like you said, it was wonderful because what's the guy in Vegas name? I know somebody out there.
The guy that passed away. The guy that passed away, right? Larry somebody.
Larry Collins, right?
Yeah. Yep.
He saw me.
I went to a couple of Vegas jams. They were excellent.
That was my first. Yeah, and I walked off in there and I saw all them people on the floor. The first thing because I was an instructor, like I showed I taught them the right way. You know, you representing them and stuff.
Right.
You wanted to make sure that they can get out there because Larry had told me one time I bought some dancing shoes. I didn't know they had dancing shoes, so I went and bought them. He said I look like Clark Kent in a. Tamia came out there and he said I left the shoes at the shoes rack and I went to new shoes and I went out there and did me some because it was I never see that many people do Tamia. And like 8, 9 people. And those are the little precious moments that you have with my wife talks about all the time because she went in 15 to Vegas because I thought it was just Vegas. I've been dancing for 6 years. One day one of my students said, "I'm going to line dance convention in Vegas." What line dance convention? What? All this time I've been dancing. Nobody told me about the convention. Wow. And that's when I went next year. And that's what we tell people. If no one tells you, you don't know. You know?
Right.
And this is that's why I tell people it's not a line dance community anymore. It's a line dance world or country.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We are. Okay, so your sister said, "Remember Sabrina at your party." Oh, was Sabrina drunk or something like that?
Hey, man.
Oh, you see all the stuff that Deborah wrote?
Can y'all see it?
You got that name off. Yeah, I see.
And they said, "Okay, you and my husband, no, our cousin did. Remember Sabrina at your party?"
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, that's how she got her name. I had Spin, but how Deborah got her name, Spin Mo, is because
she spent some mo.
Our cousin said, "Well, you spend more than her." Her
I always tell James Carter, I call him Spinorama because he be spinning.
Oh yes,
yeah, he does. He's got money. Now it says Walter said he tried to name his daughter Walterine.
Oh,
my wife said H to the no. I want to just assume. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stop real quick because you know what? We've been talking almost an hour. Y'all, can y'all believe that?
Wow.
That's just how fast. Yeah, I was telling y'all this thing goes fast.
It does. Zippity do that. Yeah.
We are exciting, interesting people. People just gives us that time to tell the story. Because when we go to these conventions, we like everybody go in their little group. You know, nobody does, but a lot of people don't venture out. Ava says it all the time. You come together, you ride together, you dance together all your life. When you get somewhere else, go meet somebody else maybe and see their lives, you know, and hear their stories because we all have a story. That's what's going on. Military appreciation.
I just like to dance, so.
Oh, you sound just like my wife.
I don't think about fellowship, but I think about dancing, which I guess I should have a balance. But.
She definitely dance. Okay, so we're gonna just wish happy birthday to Carlos since he's not here. I know his birthday, and then his son's birthday was a couple of days before his.
Yeah. My
And
birthday was a couple weeks ago.
Yep, her
oh,
birthday
well,
was July 14th.
July 14th.
Yep.
Woohoo! Make me president.
I guess he has to sing happy birthday to you then. I was trying to get out the birthday deal, but nah, since y'all brought it up. Do the X-Man version.
And see, 14 is big with us because we got married on February 14th. My birthday is June 14th. Her birthday is July 14th.
July 14. Oh, y'all.
Yeah.
Some of the weird stuff be happening, y'all. I'm telling you, sometimes where people meet.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and you get your voice warmed up and all that good stuff. On here, we
Yeah,
want
my
y'all
voice
to
warmed
like, share, subscribe via Facebook or YouTube. Let's talk Soul Line Dance. We said it once. We said it again. It's 2011. 211. We said it last week. Do you know what that all entails? 211 episodes. Some of the best, friendliest, kindest people on here. And I was actually getting ready to kind of take a break, but my wife kind of talked me into it and said, you know what? Get out there and meet people and put the word out, because that's what this is about a lot. National Line Dance Week starts Monday. Shirley Mitchell, she will probably be on in a couple of weeks, September 8th through the 13th, 2025. And what Queen always wanted to do, we always give praise to Queen for having us. Thank you, Queen, Queen, Queen. We love you. She would always do something different for that week. Maybe like order pizza or have something going on, a little party or ice, something like that. But because she is official Line Dance Week. I mean, this thing is serious.
Wow.
Yeah, I like this. Like we said, people don't know, and that's why Queen has this thing, so people can know. Universe. That's how you say that. Universe.
Universal.
Yeah, Universal Line Dance on Facebook. That's across the globe, not because that's what the universe of, is the globe. I know Katrina Danes was on here. She was one of them that actually do part of this. And you have the other one, which I really like, is the Urban Line Dance Connection. Nicole Points dances, classes, and events. We tell them all the time, go to that site, put your stuff in there. So when people ride in whatever town and city you're in, and they pull it up, you can go there because, we're always looking. We're always looking to go somewhere. Also, I was just talking, we got to put this in here. This is like very, very important. Not that guy. You get out of here. Donations. I know for sure that Queen's husband actually did pay for the rest of the year. He was telling me January. But if you want to see this thing keep going, we don't care how much. Give $1, $10, $5. We get 3,000-4,000 people watching. Can you imagine everybody give $1? Cash app, $sign McFarden, JE, or Zelle, 813-416-8799. Everything, he would appreciate everything. But I would love to keep this thing going. I would.
Yeah.
And this is the one that upsets me here. This is my, how you want to vent. This is my vent. It says, if you are interested in being a guest on this Soul podcast, contact us. We should be chasing you. Look at you, just come out here and interview. If you want people to know who you are, get on this stage. We don't charge nobody nothing. Get on here and tell people your life, your history and stuff. Like you said, because people don't know the stuff y'all just finished telling us how you met. If you're not close to them, you really don't know. And I talked to this lady here today. Everybody knows her. We were just talking about that behind stage. Everybody got one of her armbands, wristbands. WWW. Line Dance history. I just sent her my little portfolio. She told me I was a busy bee back in Denver, and I was. We did some. Walter tell you, you don't realize until you're just doing stuff. But think about all the stuff y'all done, and especially combined. Especially you, X. You're talking about 20-something years, man. You've accumulated some stuff. You have. You got some stuff in your head coming to line dancing. Somebody told me how many line
yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
I don't think more than I remember. I said, they said, how many you know? I said, around 3,000. I
just say a lot. I just say a lot.
going, man. Every day is like a new dance. It's still happening. So I'm gonna interrupt this real quick because I want you guys to give your shout outs. Shout out to whoever you want to give your shout outs to.
Oh, wow. I'd like to shout out our S for S family in Jersey and here in Jacksonville.
We roll deep.
Yeah, y'all do. Which is like that
Yeah.
here.
I'd like to shout out to everyone who's watching. Appreciate everyone. Kenneth. Some of these names I might not be able to. Tiana, Deborah, Ray, Lynn, Walter, Mel, and yeah. So shout out to everyone who signed. Renee.
Hi, Chloe.
Shout out to everyone, and shout out to all of our instructors and line dance teachers here in Jacksonville.
How many do you think it is? How many?
We met a couple of like trail riders yesterday at this convention. There were two line dance groups I had never even heard of, young people, and I can't remember the name of the groups. But then there's GLD, there's Roz, Young and Relentless, there is Jazzco,
Storm, TSA.
Storm, and then Teresa.
Yeah.
So there's a Will.
Yeah.
So there's probably like, I don't know, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
What's unique about us, and they're scattered throughout Jacksonville, but we're on the side of town where there's not a lot of line dancers. So there's been a lot of opportunity for us.
Yeah, I can say that's good.
Yeah. And then we're teaching 60, we're teaching 55 and older, which is right up our alley since we're in our 60s. So yeah, it's just been great. So shout out to all those who I shouted out.
Yep. I think my shout out to God first for allowing us to even connect. I thank God for my wife. Love her dearly. I thank God to all those who kind of paved the way for me, starting with Kenny J, Aileen Goodman, Gloria Kincaid, Joyce Myers, Anita Mullen in New York, all those who kind of gave me knowledge, Chris Blues and all the folk in Philly, Bernadette, my RD, who I've learned so much from, and all the people who have allowed me to come teach. Doug Cologne out of Atlanta for, like I said, for the last 15 years, he's allowed me to teach in other countries where I've never been out of. Before 2011, I'd never been out of the United States, out of the continental United States until 2011. And now since then, I've taught in at least 10 to 15 different countries.
Wow. See that?
So I'm very thankful for that. Definitely thankful for my Step for Step family in Jersey, in Maryland, in Jacksonville, and in Texas, because we're all over the place. Definitely shout out to the line dance community at large. We thank you guys so much for doing what you do.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the dances that you create. Your motivation and creativity is insane.
Shout out to Carlos and Avis.
And their whole darn ship. And it's something like you said, Charles, I've been in this thing for a while, and I remember when the only weekend events were really in the Midwest or in the Philadelphia area, Feel the Beat. And Kenny used to have a symposium weekend, and then you had United We Dance in the Midwest, and that was really pretty much it.
Yeah.
Now you got to pick and choose, where you want to go. And, for those who are watching, who are just getting into this, set yourself a budget, because this can get really expensive if you're not careful.
Right.
I tell people, me and my wife working now. We're actually working together, but I haven't had to take instructions from nobody for 17 years. Wow, I ain't had to take nobody. But now I'm making that money to do like you just said, because we want to try. Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Well, something you said about being an instructor, people come and learn from you and move on. And Walter can attest to this, that almost all the line dance instructors right now in Denver was actually was my students. So that's a great feeling to know that Carlos said it last week. He said it, Shannon Sharp said it. He said, sometimes when you lay to seed, you never get a chance to sit in the shade, because that's you might have been passed on, moved on, or something like that. So, and that's why a lot of people don't know, a lot of people do know, I'm going back to Colorado probably for a couple of weeks in October. And I'm hoping to kind of like sit in the shade, because they're still doing it, still
Yeah.
going. You don't never know the impact you make on people. You don't
Right.
know.
Right.
I told me, he said, I saved his life. I said, what? He said, man, I was just doing nothing and blah, blah. I'm like, man, you kind of trip off of the impact. Like you said, when you said a big span, you said you got hooked. When you get and you see it's like, wow, I can't wait till the next class. Next week. Because I started a class called One Step Above in Atlanta. And they would come once a month on a Saturday. I'm like, once a month? I been and forgot to dance. But that's how I started. Well, I waited and we started. Then Fred Edmonds was with me. We started the same time, same day. And then we started all that stuff like that. But yeah,
but it's something that you said, and even Vicky said earlier about the cancellation of classes, because we've had people come to our classes and come after our class and say how much a great time they had. And one lady came to you and said that she was depressed or something or other, and she was having a real bad day, and she came to her and told her that class that particular night just made her night.
Yeah, she did.
And that was the other thing that I told Marquise when I interviewed with him. I said, we don't like canceling classes because we don't know what people go through, to come to our class. And for that time that they're with us, they can forget whatever they're dealing with when they're with us.
Yeah, so we're just going to sub or something like that. So if and when we travel, but we got to travel.
Yes, got to travel.
I saw the church that says line dancing. Line dancing is my therapy, and for a lot of people, it is a therapy. They relax, like you just said. Okay, what else is going on? I'm dancing. I'm dancing right now.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so we're going to move on to the announcements. So tell me where you at. Tell the crowd out there your address, blah, 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 how to get there, what days y'all work. Teach, all that good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Great time to promote.
Where do we start?
Well, tomorrow we're going to be teaching at church. Our church has the summer hangouts, and they asked us to teach line dancing. So we're going to be teaching to our church tomorrow. So that's going to be fun, and we're really looking forward to that. But other than that, our classes are on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's the classes that we teach together, and then he teaches on Friday at the Mayo Clinic. But on Tuesday we teach at the River House. Is that the name of it?
Yep, River House.
And that's over in St. Johns County. And you don't have to be, a part of the community to do that. We teach at the community center, kind of, sort of. And then the second place is Water Song, and that's on Thursday. But you do have to be a part of that community to attend the classes. And then on Wednesday, we're at the Williams Family YMCA here in Mandarin. And you do need a membership, but 2 classes are free. So
y'all land a lot of seeds. I'm telling you this right now. Y'all land a lot of seeds. My God.
And then
1 week? Yeah. Was that the whole month?
that's the week. But the Tuesday class is once a month, and the Thursday class is every other week. But the Wednesday class is every week. And what we were able to secure with the Wednesday class and the Thursday class is we have a monthly. So every first of the month, we have a line dance party, paid, where he gets paid. And then on Thursdays, the Thursday class, we do a quarterly party. We were able to secure that. So we get paid for the quarterly parties. And that's what we try to do when we go into a community and, they are interested in us teaching line dancing. We always put it out there about a quarterly party or a monthly party, just to keep that income going. Yep. And not only that, but I feel like if your students need an outlet to do all the dances you're teaching them. And so that quarterly party or that monthly party is where we're able to do it. We're not teaching the whole time. We're just playing the music and we're going out and having fun. So that's what I sell that thing.
Yeah.
I sell that.
She was in sales too in her former life, so she's really good at it.
And that's actually great because it helps you. I tell people, they be asking me all the time how I remember all the steps. I said, my left and my right. You have to know.
Well, we go to events too.
Yeah, we go to events too.
So that's how you remember, because you're out there at events and you're doing the dance, and that's what our students need that, and some of them don't or won't travel. So we bring the party to them.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. A lot of times, a lot of people don't know. They just want to kind of stay in their lane, as we call it all the
And it's
time.
fine.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
work with you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No judgment. Just come and have fun. That's all we want you to do. When people come to our class, the first thing we say is have fun first. Don't worry about the steps. Don't worry about directions and anything like that. If you didn't have fun at the end of the class, then we did something wrong.
yeah.
And
We
that's
tell people
that's
fun.
really all we.
Yeah, it's not Dance with the Stars. That's what I always say.
Yep. That's what she
It's not
said.
Dance with the Stars.
We, my wife laughs when I say that. Hey, we ain't dancing with nobody stars. Nobody. Don't even try to put up the stars and stuff like that. But I'm going to rush over to this one right here because I have to show y'all this 33-second video. Okay, real quick, because this is our next little. You probably, if you have any children, put them in the room. They can't see this. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Yeah, so. What in the world?
Get in that, she was jamming. I remember that.
What in the world? Yeah, I was in the back. They said, "You're watching dancing." I said, "Wow, there's 1,000 people in front of me. All I can do is look up at the big screen."
Yeah.
She always dancing. What do you mean she dancing? So that was the prelude to these groovy cruise. Please, I mean, we're not selling any tickets, but we just want to let everybody know. You know, when you get out there, we just want to have the greatest. You just finished giving them their props, their flowers. To have someone even have a vision to actually do this, and that's on us when we go out there. We all, I mean, Ava said it over and over again. She said, "Pack your patience, please. Pack your patience, people. We all are line dancers. We all family, and so we always put this up. I remember Carlos said he didn't even know that what it really meant. But patience is the ability to endure daily delays or sufferings without complaining, anger, and patience. It involves perseverance and tolerance in the face of adversity, whether it's waiting on something to happen or dealing with difficult situations. Patience, people. All of us, we all know one another. We all know it. Can you imagine? And I always say this: being on a ship or anywhere that you almost know, at least 1,000 or 2,000 people.
Yeah.
You know, the line dancer, they know you. You know, because they know a lot of us and stuff. And just to be running around and say, "Hey, hi. I'm getting ready to go out and probably get another camera or something. I don't know. It's going to be crazy." It's the thing. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And people would laugh at me when I had my pictures. And this is what you need to keep at home. Bring the patience, okay? But this right here, it'll be there when you get there. So, just go ahead and egotism, defined as the drive to maintain and enhance favorable views of oneself, and generally features inflated opinion of one's personal features and importance, distinguishing by a person's amplified vision of oneself. You can have it all you want, just don't bring it on the ship. You ain't got that much weight. You only got so much weight to take on the plane. Okay, so don't bring that. It's very heavy. That's not something we want to see. Yeah. We just want everybody to have fun. We just want everybody to have fun.
Exactly. Just have a good time.
Dancing. I mean, we all been through so much. A lot of us. This is a great way to be an example. Because all eyes gonna be on us. I mean, come on now.
Right.
Yeah. Done this.
Yeah.
All eyes on us, and what are we gonna do? And a lot of us should be enough of us to understand that, this thing is a blessing from all of us. Military folks going on a cruise, contact me. I'm really doing a head count now because I got a little skit I'm going to do. Of course, well, maybe you don't know, but I'm in charge of military appreciation gathering on the ship. It's going to be the same day as camouflage. Yay. But I've counted over like, Avis, I got some more today. Probably like 250 people have replied. And some of those people have.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I was listening to their stories and thinking back in my days. And I just want, and especially all of us going to be in camouflage. I mean, the vision of that. I'm looking at the way it's going to look, you know.
Wow.
So everybody that's been on this podcast, I expect y'all to be in that room for that. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying, trying to get people off in there. This is my little plug-in for me.
Mhm.
All right. Because I want to be nice. I do, and they do too.
Mhm.
So we're gonna go to this part, and we're gonna get back to y'all real quick. I am going to toast for both of y'all. All right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I told them I don't have no red cups anymore. You know, prices is too high. Big Turks got me.
Yeah.
So, to both of you, first, the joy of you guys being in love. We need more of it in this world, y'all. We do. I said it all the time. My heart aches for people that haven't found that yet. And I know it's not that easy,
Yeah.
but for the ones that do, we have to appreciate it and cherish it because we don't see it often. You do not see dance couples and line dancing. No, you just don't.
No.
No disrespect to nobody. But when you do see it, you have to grab it, appreciate it. I told y'all before, I just love seeing y'all together. I don't care what y'all doing. It's just togetherness is what makes all this stuff so more important than anything else. And again, you guys already is a model to everybody. I mean, like I said, y'all's energy, your fun. I can't see why y'all not together. I don't know what took y'all so long, but I appreciate both of you guys. Both continue what you're doing. I say it all the time. You guys make the line dance community so much better, and every single day. This is to you guys.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Cheers.
Let me see what's in that bottle. People do know because I lost 60 pounds in a year and a half. Yeah, 60 pounds.
Well, you did too.
Wow.
We both of them went on a weight loss journey, so we've been there.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you.
My wife, she don't need to be going nowhere. I hope she outside that door. She be looking. Where you going? Okay, what I'm acting. Me too. Baby, wait, you go by yourself? No, you know what? Because it's you talking about me. She has to deal with other women, and that's not the easiest thing to do. To be a male instructor and around a whole lot of women, you know. So she has to be, you know what I'm saying? It has to be that one for me to understand that and not to trip off of it. Because in my class, hell, they loved her more than they did me. Yeah, no, we ain't messing with not a nuts man, huh? And we weren't even married because she interject herself into them, which she said she's like that anyway. Go to an event, won't even see each other. I'm doing the event. I ain't seen over there talking, and it's just that love that we have. And when I see it in other people, I have to call it out. I do. So I appreciate you guys big time. Definitely appreciate y'all coming out here. And we're gonna dog when y'all get on the ship, y'all dog Carlos. I don't know what he's talking about. East Coast. So y'all didn't give me a dance on the week. So I just put it out there anyway. Y'all didn't even tell me yet. But dance of the week, people. Look this dance up. I love it. It's simple. I don't know if it's thing or thing, but I'm a thing kind of guy. So
thing.
It's a love thing.
It's a love thing.
Hey, we better than a thing. It's a thing. Take it to another level. Look it up, y'all. Do they dance? I know you always want people to let y'all know you're doing a dance because there's nothing better than seeing the country and the rest of the
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Dance. And we talking about old school songs, and it fits. It's nothing like that. You know, we're so many songs, but when we can hear something older, that's a joy in itself. It really is.
Yes.
So, and I like it. So when I first met Carlos, I didn't even know him, but he had a shaky. He was doing a shake dance, and we were doing a Black History, the health fair. And he got up and he saw like around, I don't know, 5, 6. He said like the whole town of Colorado, the whole city of Colorado was doing this dance. It was a lot. We had Ronald McDonald next to me, the whole, and
Mhm.
I didn't even know who he was. I saw him one day doing the dance with some color shoes on, the shoes all running around. That's for sure. But this is how you have these relationships, and personally, Carlos and Avis are like. I told Avis that she was my sister. She said, "Yeah, but your younger sister." Okay, you can be my younger sister. Carlos is like like a nephew. I'm telling you, just
Mhm.
and sometimes you don't know how those bonds was created because God did it. You don't even have
Yeah.
to.
Amen.
Yep.
He did
Amen.
it. You know, with you guys meeting. You know
Mhm.
how that happened and stuff. So, and all the women I seen in my line dancing, I just picked her. I did.
Mhm.
Well, God picked her. I put it to you that way because I was messing up. I
Yeah.
wasn't picking the
Yeah.
right ones, So he had to get in there and straighten everything up for me. And I was listening to y'all talking about y'all's life and your trust issues and all that stuff, So
Mhm.
that's it. And I remember your sister. One thing I remember about your sister out the bat, I said she's one of the only people I see doing church songs, which was great because
Yes.
we
Mhm.
dance at church and we got to worship the Lord and line dance, and a lot of churches just love it. But I was doing her dances,
Mhm.
a lot of her dances in church and
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
where
Like,
we at? We at the 115 mark.
Wow.
I think we got most of the stuff. But you guys can just keep on talking. You know how they talk about keep on stepping?
well, we wanted to tell how that DDT, It's a Love thing came about.
Go ahead.
So we were in Mexico attending this DDT event, Summer Madness. It's the last one.
Mhm.
And so the theme has always been It's a Love thing. And
Uh-huh.
so when we pulled up, I was like, I think we should create a dance. So It's a Love thing and present it to Doug Cologne, at some point in the event. And so that's what we did.
Mhm.
We did it.
Wow.
The steps came in the bathroom of our room.
Yep.
You
I
never
was in
know.
the bathroom and we just started dancing. The bathroom was big enough for us dancing. I know some people can relate. I mean, when the inspiration comes, you just got to go with it.
Right.
And the next thing you know, we recorded it so we wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
And
I
then
know how. Yeah.
yeah, then
Mhm.
we taught it to the class and we presented it, and it was real special. It was great.
Yeah. He
Oh
really
yeah,
did.
I saw the what you call it. I was in y'all toga. Toga,
We
toga,
were in
toga.
our
Yeah.
toga.
Toga. Yep.
Yeah,
The Toga party.
that's what I
Yep.
was trying to get. Yeah. Ain't that gonna be exciting, y'all? That is go. Oh, Avis gave us tears. You know you're the greatest, Avis. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah.
Now my
They,
buddy Ricky Potts came on here, so I have to tell y'all
hi
this.
Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky.
I didn't want to say this before he got on here, but me and Ricky, he's like an hour. He's in Rock Hill. He's like an hour away from us, hour maybe 15 minutes. And so we're talking still. I got to go up there next week, and we're looking to do both of us very first line dance convention next year
Mm-hmm.
around
Nice.
September, October, and just get. I already got people saying they coming. I said we ain't got a date yet. But that's love. You know what? That's
Yeah,
love.
Right.
absolutely.
And we
Right.
want to try to get something before I'm going to ship because we can tell people on the ship.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
Okay.
and being with him, he came when I moved out here 3 years ago. I didn't know any of these people. Ricky was the first person in my class. He's not only even live here. He's the first What are you into, Ricky? Then he got my last
Yeah,
class.
Ricky, they call me.
That's Ricky. He does not smile all the time. I love to smile at people. That's like I was telling that to my wife. I said, you know what, baby, this is gonna be my remedy, my thing. I'm going to smile. I'm gonna start now and just put a
Mm-hmm.
smile. I got a sign that says smile when I'm because most of the time we don't. We're into everything we're doing. You have a reason to smile. I said, I'm gonna smile. And so when I get on the ship, it's gonna be stuck. It's I can't get off me. But we need to learn to smile, boy. That's Ricky. Ricky's every time. Like I told you, we came as surprise in his class. He had a lot of people in his class too, because he came to my last class. But that's something me and him going to get together. Of course, it's in the. I just called him up because Rock Hill is a whole lot better than bigger than Spartanburg.
Mm-hmm.
We want to invite a lot of people because everybody's down this way. That's one thing about moving from Colorado. It's a line class nest down here. I mean,
Oh wow.
Mm.
we're closer to DMV. Denver was like, we'll be back, right? We're gonna surprise him again, so we ain't gonna tell him we ain't coming back. We're gonna bring him over. But then I saw the East Coast, and East Coast was like, when I went to my first UC Awards. My wife was tripping because like they got an award where you give awards because I was one of the presenters. I had to give Burnett her award and stuff, and you get
Okay.
up and you got the we both was on the red carpet. They interviewed her on the red carpet because she just looked too good. Me because I would have interviewed her if I saw her. I went in and but Michael Womack, I call him Michael Womack. This is Michael Womack. I think about Bobby Womack, which is his cousin. He told me he's related. Yeah, I know. I ran into him in 2015 at the I think it was what is it? I was in Vegas, and he came up. He said, "You Mr. Charles, right?" I said, "Yeah." I don't know. You don't know who knows you unless you know interacting. He said, "I'm doing." He gave me a flyer. He said, "UC Awards, blah blah," and I would love to be a presenter. I was like, "Yeah, right." I didn't say it to him. Like, yeah, presenter, UC Awards. I just put it in my pocket. I think I threw it in the trash when I got back to the room.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But finally, a couple of years later, I went back and I brought him a shirt, which was great. And it was when you look at it, and I try to tell people here, there's no war. It's not the only one, but there's no war for line dancing. This thing is bigger than just going to the church and the business. This thing is humongous. It is. Get out there and be part of it. Be part of it. And I'm so glad all the people that I know, is out there. That's why all my best friends and stuff out. That's why I call my family now, because none of my family really line dance, but I call you guys
right.
Seriously, and that's what happens. So where's your sister at? Is she down the street from you or something?
Who, Deborah? No, she's in Maryland.
Oh, that's all. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's in Arnold, Maryland.
But it seems like you're close, which is great.
We are super close. We're 8 years apart. Like I said, she's older. But anyway, line dancing has brought us so much closer together. She is truly one of my best friends. My husband's my best friend.
I wish I had family members dancing with. That has to be a special treat. My daughter was dancing with me when I was in Denver. My daughter was on one end and my future wife was on the other. I was right in the middle. I'm in heaven. Yeah, so something about that. Siblings dance with you and stuff like that.
Special. So it really is. We have a good time when we see each other. So,
Well, y'all have any last things to say here? It look like we covered most of the stuff and we usually don't stay on this short. I think as Amos told me, he said, after an hour,
you shut up. Deborah.
Be nice, sister in love. Be nice.
What are you doing?
Yeah, look at how mean she's been.
I would just count eight up, huh? Okay. She's a sweetheart. She's always been nice and kind. And that's what we always love in this line dance community. Because like I said, my wife says all the time, you come to dance, but you come to meet the people you haven't seen until the last episode, we want to call it, the next episode. And all that's priceless. All that's priceless. And then, of course, to meet your mate through line dancing, that's another whole level. Another whole level. And the first thing my wife asked me, can you teach me that? You mean Tamia? Yeah, okay. Nobody came to my class in all them years. They asked me that. Oh yeah. It's not Tamia, but I got you.
Right.
That was one of them. That was one of them. So what do y'all see in the future for y'all doing this? I know that's a hard question to answer, but you probably have some kind of vision or something like that.
I don't know. We really didn't have one when we started.
Well, we're looking to retire.
Yeah,
from our day-to-day jobs, and so so we're like setting ourselves up for that, like investing, and so that we can get some of that residual income and all that great stuff. So we are kind of trying to set ourselves up for greatness, but I would like to see us teaching line dancing several days a week, and in our community, at our churches, maybe, and the existing places that we're teaching at now.
Yeah, because we're definitely in the right location for it. Because as she said earlier, there really is no line dancing in Mandarin in this section of Jacksonville at all. And I think we are the only people teaching line dancing around here. So it's a blessing to be in an area where there is room for growth, not just within what we're doing, but all over. I think that the blessing has been we can do it in our own community. We don't have to go, an hour or away to go teach a class or anything like that. We can do everything, right here. And although Jacksonville is a very big city, I found that out. Jacksonville is huge. It's a pretty big city.
Land-wise.
It's huge. Right. But like I said, where we are, there's so many opportunities here. We've been blessed with so many things that have happened. Even since we've been together, just within this last week alone, the blessings that have come through have been absolutely amazing. So I think God has us in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely.
And so we are just leaning on Him to lead us and guide us and have us where we're supposed to be and not venture off of that path,
Yeah, He set it up for y'all. I mean, both of you love that. You have the passion. Like I said, it's hard. It's hard to match, to get that passion. You might have lots, but passion. Both of y'all love to dance, and now y'all dancing together up front. Like I said, it's just a wonderful look. And like I told you, I love it. I love it because I was on y'all's page. I was looking at it, like, and I love it. You know how I can tell how much you love her, bro? You said it's our 17-month anniversary, something like that.
That's what he does.
Yep. Yep. It'll be 18 months, August 14th.
Anniversary. It's supposed to be a year. It's my anniversary. I said what I want. I don't care if it's 5 hours.
Listen, when you find, we like to watch a lot of medical shows, and we watch Grey's Anatomy, and there was a couple of shows in the season where the two main characters are really close, and they named that as being the other's person. You're my person. This is my person.
Yeah.
This is my person. She's my person. I'm her person. And so, life has brought us through a lot to bring us to this point. Yeah. And so, where I am with her, I never thought I would be in my life. And so when you have that, it's like you just want to shout it from the mountaintop. So, we take pictures all the time. We took pictures today. We go out. We have date nights. We had a brunch date today.
We're constantly holding hands.
We're constantly holding hands. So
coming down. Telling y'all.
It's just one of those things that you just blessed with.
Queen told me, he said, Mr. Charles, does Annette know how much you put her, how much you build her up? Because on my page, I'm always putting her out there. Beautiful pictures, and a lot of men, no offense, man, but you do it, but a lot of men don't really, what's the word I'm looking for, to just cherish and just promote their wife and let everybody know I love you, in public, as a man, as a black man. And when you get someone like that, you better keep someone like that. I'm telling you right now, that is true. And like I said, that's where you can tell the bond, because that's how I feel about her. And that's why I always she told me we was going somewhere, a concert. She said, you take a whole lot of pictures of me. I said, and?
That sounds like me. I'm always taking pictures of her. I'll do a mini photo shoot of her in a heartbeat.
And guess what I do?
Because the one don't be running. I mean, she don't be running. I might take a lot of my pictures. I get pictures of her and somebody else. But she don't know that I sneak her in there with that somebody else. Okay, somebody else, because I love it. And and everybody knows me in the pictures, and people's asking me all the time. It's like I tell people I get more smiles than anybody, because every time I go up there to take a picture, someone, I don't get no mean mugging or nothing like that. Even if you're mad at that moment when you're taking your picture, you're smiling at me. So, and plus, it's a great way to meet. It's a great way. Hey, Mr. Charles, blah 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 blah, and get to talking and stuff. So. take pictures and memories. I don't care what you forget. All them dances that we know, X-Men. Forget the pictures.
Yeah, it's a great way to remember somebody.
Yeah, that's why we have books and whatnot to write stuff down.
Yep.
You know, you forget sometimes. Somebody said in one of my classes, some dance came on. She talked about a shirt. You know, and the shirt front of the shirt says, "I love this dance." On the back of the shirt, it says, "How does it start?"
Wow. Wow. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. How does it start? Huh?
Yeah. How does it start?
And you know, it is funny the things that we as instructors go through. Because I noticed a couple of times I was teaching a dance and I got right in the front row and the dance getting ready and I had to look over at, like, for instance, like say like for waltz, like, how does this thing start? Now I just told the whole class. I just showed it to them slowly. And I get up there like, okay. Sometimes your mind just get that block, you know? And as an instructor, if you off the wrong beat, you will know. You know, when you keep doing this for so long, you know that tape, that sound supposed to be on that step. That's when you know. It's like, whoa, we gotta do this over again. That ain't right.
How many times have I done that?
Right.
Well, you know, the good thing about that is when you're in front of people and you're teaching, all it means is that you're human just like they are.
Yeah, that's it. It's true.
That's all that means.
Because you're really into it. And people always ask me how you do that. I said, it's just like when you go to your job. You know, nobody really have to tell you how to do it if you've been there that long. You just get in there and just start.
Right.
True.
Start dancing. I never realized to dance so much until I looked at my portfolio. I'm like, wow, we did all this. You know, because I was doing it, like I said, for health and fun. And I really went into it to find me a wife. But it took me like around, I don't know, 7-8 years for probably me the girlfriend for the wife. But I wanted to do two-stepping. And the guys didn't do, there wasn't enough men. Me and Chicago, it was at this thing. And they called I think it was called the
Oh, wow.
And the women didn't want to keep, but they did do line dancing. So they're the ones I told you came from Atlanta, one step above. And then they left. And so the guy that there named Shed, he just started doing the line dancing because it's just not enough men. And we won't even get in that conversation because that would take for too long. But I'm just saying, you know, everybody keep telling me where those fans at. We say where those mans at. Okay. Where the man's at. So when I see them, even on this ship, I think what 420. That's still a lot of men. You know, not more than women, but that's still for men. That's a lot. Maybe we can kind of recruit some of them over to because all of them, of course, don't line dance, but it's going to be good to be around those men because I was military most of my life. And so we had this camaraderie. And when you get out, you miss that with the guys that you used to hang out with because we did everything together.
And that's why we had the man cave at UC Star Wars. That's why I like that. You know, we had that.
Fellows, but 400 and something of them just there to meet and mingle. And we're coming, neighbors. We're not talking months no more. We're talking weeks. Okay. No,
you got that right.
Yeah, that's right.
2.5 years of this. Oh, what to mean that? She said I was telling her this when I got there 2.5 years ago. The first thing in her class, I was like, did you hear about the line? There's a groove crew. At that time it was groove crew. You hear about it?
Yeah, the groove.
I just tell everybody I knew. Groovy. I don't care who you are.
We groovy. Are you packed, Charles? Are you packed?
I'm kinda. I'm you know, stuff I know I'm going to take. I got that. But the clothes, I'll wait and I'll wash them. I still got the clothes. And that's where we go. I'll wash them. But I know what I'm looking at right now. I got to go buy a couple. The saddest part about it, when you start losing weight, you kind of lose some money too, because you got to go buy a whole new wardrobe. Man, I'm like baggy man. I'm telling you, it's my. I put on my dinner jacket for the beginner's ball. I look like a little kid in an old man's coat. I love it, but I gotta go buy something. Man, and she just finished doing the same thing. She's talking about her waist is like I don't know, a 6 or 3. I don't know that stuff. She was way up here. She lost 50 pounds. I lost 60. She lost 50. But she wasn't that big. I know. I told my grandson, "How come you didn't tell me I was a big fat head, a big fat?" You could have told me that. Grandpapa Charles. And I saw some pictures. I'm like, huh? I saw myself every day in the mirror. What happened? It's funny how it works and stuff. So when you lose that much, you can see it. You can. always say they can see it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to it and
Absolutely.
stuff. So now, Vicky, you got anything to say to thank? I know you want to thank everybody.
Oh yeah. Well, I thank you for allowing me to be in the interview. Usually people just want to interview my
No,
husband. So
But I always talk about
one
her.
shall
he
be
does.
two.
He
Yeah,
does.
they come to me, but I always talk about
One
her.
shall be two.
So yeah, thank you for this invitation, and thank everyone who signed in to watch it. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, I'm in the background. I always say my husband's a star, and I'm just here to keep prop him up, support him in every way possible. I'm the one that's like here's what you need. Here's what you need. I'm not in
You,
the in the
But I,
limelight.
but I don't
if
treat her
he's
that
a
way.
star,
No,
you're
we
the
just
light.
fine.
I do
You're the
not
light
treat her
that
We,
that
make him
we
a star.
definitely are partners.
You're the light that make him a star. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're the light in his life
Oh,
that make him
thank
that
you.
star. So that's something he didn't have to worry about. When, like I said, in my class, it's like all these women. When I met Annette, I ain't gotta worry about that now. Now I can get serious
Yeah.
about what I'm doing and stuff. I felt like that made to be still in my life.
Oh
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
4th of July, I tell
When
people
we
all the
have
time,
our
we
class,
got married. Huh?
when we have our class, and people know, we always ask anybody's new, to the class. Say, my name is Douglas, aka Spin. This is my aka Douglas, X-Man. This is my wife, aka Spin. So they know from jump. There's no, don't think about it.
I did have a problem with the women all in his face at one, because he's a very friendly person, and I didn't want people to misconceive his friendliness for something else. And he's very like touchy. Yeah.
Not as much. Not anymore.
Well,
You know what it is, Charles? It's a learned behavior. You don't know what you don't know. And then you learn, and then you be around, and you know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable.
You want to pay attention to it.
Yeah, I had to unlearn.
I had to unlearn. Reverse.
Yeah. Absolutely. And the thing about it is, I was open to it. Because some guys are like, you know how brothers can be. They like, this is how I am, and don't try to change me. Well, bro, you're gonna blow your chance of having a wonderful thing if you're not willing to change for the better. And so, with me being with her, I changed for the better.
But I said a lot of things I said in love. Some things I might have lost my patience with, but most of the things that were important, I believe I said in love.
Yeah.
And it helped him to grow. Another thing about us is a lot of men that I've met have been intimidated by me.
I don't understand.
Which I don't know. So, and he wasn't. So
they think she's mean or something. It's like, you don't have a mean bone in your body. It's like, what? They have these preconceived notions about her because she carries herself in a different standard. You know what I mean? And so people get intimidated by that. But like, why? All you do is say hello, and all of a sudden, she's like the best person you ever met in your life.
Well, after this show, I'm gonna definitely pull up a background check on her. It's so true. It's the one way. Like, you don't give me a chance to even talk. You only see me for a moment or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Meet me.
Or they see what you drive, or they see something, and then they automatically judge you. It's like, no.
Well, I told Carlos this because I heard it and I love it. Deion Sanders down in my home, Colorado right now. He said, get your pencil and paper and write this down. And I actually just finished putting it out there. It's like, do not allow my confidence to offend your insecurity.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's good.
Your insecurity. He said, I walk like this because I'm confident. I talk like this because I'm confident. Don't hold me back because of what I had succeeded in my life. Well, I suppose because you didn't do it, I can't do it. Now you hate on me. I'm not messing with you. But it's that fear. That's that jealousy. Well, why can't, why are you hating on us?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get confident too. We ain't nobody. We just doing what we're doing. We maybe more drive than other people, but don't do that. That's your insecurity. I have to live my life. I told people, you weren't in my dream. People telling me, Mr. Charles, you should do that. You weren't in my dream. This is
Right.
the only one in my dream. This is how I want to do things. This is how I want to do how my life to go. So I love that statement.
Right.
I love it. I love it. That's my man Dion. Don't let it.
Wow.
I
The
love it
haters
too.
and stuff, and they can think all they want anyway. But hey,
Right.
who's happy?
Well, he wasn't intimidated. What he did was he started doing some of the things, implementing some of the things that I do, and to be successful, he started implementing them in his own life.
Yep.
And
There you
now
go.
he's becoming successful.
Yep.
The two shall become one. The two shall become one.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm.
Become
Yep.
one. That is for real.
Yeah.
I'm going to say my little speech. You guys are. I'm glad I had y'all on here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
This is a joy. I tell people all the time, you don't know somebody until you know them.
Yeah.
You just talk to them for a minute. And you can't do that at like I said, at a conference and you're sitting at the table for a few minutes. A lot of people at these beginners ball don't sit anyway. Because you know all that. When you go talk to somebody,
Right.
when you go sit back, the stuff. When I went to Vegas the first time, man, the workshop. I don't know if y'all went to workshop. It was like in the morning. They had two different. I remember Sir Charles over here, blah blah over there. I mean, it was every hour. They had like around 8 or 9 workshops on the day before they had the regular schedule you had to do. And it was like, wow, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't go the strip or gap. I don't gamble anyway, but just to be doing something else because they had so much going on, which I understood because people was wanting it so much. But beginners ball, slow your roll. That thing, Carlos hit a nerve with that. That he what's that old saying? He lightning in the bottle.
Yeah.
Beginners ball. People, and I'm telling you, and the beginners ball is something else. You don't have to even be going to a class at all. You
Right.
can watch.
Right.
Yeah, and that's that vision that people have. The whole cruise thing. That's that vision that who was thinking that. You know, and I'm so proud of both of them. So I'm glad I'm part of their family. So. But thank you guys again. Everybody, you can watch this. When people tell me they was visit this time, throw that excuse in the trash. Okay, because you can still get on here and it's recorded. You can watch it. All right. But we need to know who people are. You know, these are our family. You guys are family.
Right.
You know, it's just as simple as that. And we should act like it, you know, because like time is short.
Yeah.
When a lady told me I'll be 70 next year, and saying that I'll be a week after the beginners ball next year, I'll be 70. So if there's anybody out there that really, really, really have to get me a gift, it'll be okay. At the beginners ball. I won't get mad.
All right, cool. Can I use that when I turn 65 next year too?
There you go, bro. You better use it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. You know, we done seen some things. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mom.
Yes, Lord. Yeah.
My mom told me, I said, Mama, do you remember that? She said, I got a lot to forget. You know, especially us folks, we got a lot to forget. Our life hasn't always been twisted, you know, hey, no offense, but they kicked my ex-wife out of Germany. You know, that ain't the easiest thing to do. So we all have stories to tell. That's why I'm glad I have the one that I have now. Like you're talking about your trust issues. You can imagine and stuff like that. So you just have to keep looking and keep praying and keep open. And you guys have, I think you guys are a good example of line dancing love. You know, maybe we have to make a movie about that. Line dancing love. We can make a movie about everything else.
That is true.
That we don't even about. You don't even care. You don't even care. So, like I said, I can't wait to see y'all around 3.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
And we just got our schedule changed because they had us going at 11 o'clock here, and we were going to Charlotte at 11. We wouldn't get there to 8. I thought, where the rest of the time go? What were we doing? They had us there for 5 hours. 5. But we found another one that we're leaving here at 2 and getting there at 4.
Okay, good.
Okay. Yeah. Just, you know, the room's open. Anyway, that's that Saturday. And then we're coming on Saturday. We hate rushing off the ship, so we get in a room that night and staying there and stuff. So we're going instead of 5 hours, 5 hours going and 5 hours coming back extra because it was really 8.
Right.
And we was going 2. So again, that was the Lord at work because I want to be sitting. I ain't want to be in no airport. I know your sister probably be teaching people wherever she at the airport. That was so cute. We had all the people looking. I was the only guy, of course. We had all the people looking. She said, "Come on, Mr. Charles, we got." Somebody got a little music box, and this is what we talking about. We are mobile. We line dance wherever we want to, wherever we go. We can go on the side of the road and put out and dance. People watch us. They will watch us. They love to be entertained. Love to be entertained. So, again, thank you guys. Again, when I see y'all on the ship. Well, I'll see you probably before that because the pre-party and all that stuff. So we run. A lot of people get to meet and greet. Yeah, people said I would tell them, "No, I want nobody to take no facey with me." They said, "What's a facey?" I said, "Y'all call them selfies, but they don't mean the whole. All I see is faces." Oh yeah, I see no selfie. Well, selfie. Well, just your face. You get right up in there. Facey. But yeah. It's just the love that we have in the line dance community. So again, thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll probably let you know next week, but we're letting you know this already on the 8th, the 17th of August. Don't even try it. Okay? We're not having no podcast. We're gonna be in Miami at the pre-party. Okay. I think that's 2 to 6, 2 to 8. 2 to 8. Now I might come back on me and Carlos, that following week we got off the ship, but write it down right now, y'all. 17th. We are gone. We are gone.
Yeah, that's my baby.
Yep.
All right, everybody. So again, what Queen would say all the time. Yeah, bring them on in here. Come on in here, baby. Come on, baby. How you doing?
I'm going good.
How old are you?
8.
You dance? Line dance?
You dance?
Yeah, I do sometimes dance when I feel like.
Typical child, huh?
Yeah.
You got a mom and auntie, you're going to be dancing. You've been teaching a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, you can join us in this part because Queen would always say all the time, and she will always do this. She said, love is no good. And we love you, Queen. Love is no good unless you give it away.
Right.
And we just give everybody kisses. And like you guys especially. I mean, you guys doing that all the time. And you should be happy, young lady. Okay? Your mom got a good man. Always
it's a boy.
It's a boy.
Yeah, he just got long hair.
He's got a lot of hair.
They all got hair. I don't know what happened. I thought men were like that. I don't know what happened, bro. I had braids. They doesn't say I had braids covered up, fresh braids. I am so sorry. I'm sorry.
All of that.
Like that. And plus, y'all in the dark, so I'm trying to give every excuse I can because y'all still.
Yep.
Well, I tell y'all, thank y'all so much, my line dance brothers and sisters, and hopefully y'all guys come to the military appreciation on that Tuesday just to support me and be out there, and I got something special going on that time. So again, can't wait to see y'all. Make sure y'all had a safe trip. What y'all doing? Walking down there? Ain't y'all close?
We're flying.
We're flying. No. We're flying.
Wait, when are we going?
Fly from floor to floor. I hear you. Floor. All right, everybody. Make sure that you share this with people. Everybody need to see this couple. They need to see this kind of love. We need more of this in this, not just in this line dance community. It's line world. Period. This world. We need love on love. Black love. We need it.
Absolutely.
Strong. We need it strong. In these times, please, And I didn't even finish when that lady said, when I told her I was 90, she said, you only got 20 more years to live. Thank you. It got me counting. Okay. I hope I got 20 more years to live. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful evening. What's your name, sir?
Prince.
All right. Oh, I wouldn't have. Prince. Of course, I would have known you was a boy then. I went that route first.
Born on Prince's birthday. Yep.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Entertaining family. All right, y'all. Well, y'all enjoy yourselves again. Thank you all for doing this for me.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
So
Thanks for having us again.
All right. Love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful
Love you
evening.
too. Take care.
Get easy, Prince. Purple Rain.